morning, everyone. My name is Gangaram Busar, along with my group members Sumit, Ashish, and Deepak. Before moving to this topic, we want to thank all the respective hand behind this project. Bridge. Bridge is a structure carrying a road, path, railway, etc. across the water bodies or any other obstacle. Necessity of the bridge. Bridge is necessary to provide easy access over any obstacles, overall development of the transportation by extending the way of the transportation, social, economic, and environmental development by importing and exporting goods and materials, reducing traffic volume and time by providing the shortest pathway. But in the context of our country, the geography is very tough, full of hills, mountains, and around 6,000 rivers. So to carry out the development in an efficient way, in order to improve the socio-economic and industrial development, transportation is necessary in our country. On the other hand, overall 92% of the total transport is covered by the highway transportation in our country. So transportation, so in a highway, bridge is necessary. In this way, bridge is very important in context of our country. Here are some slide for students way to their school, but problem facing them. Mm, and please next slide, please. This is the problem during transportation in the Dang Valley. Objectives of the project: to be familiar with the different types of bridge, design principle, design standard, loading condition, standard specification, etc. regarding the design of the bridge. This is the objective regarding our design principle, and the other facing the local areas. We input some points to provide easy access for both the located areas, to reduce traffic jam and reduce time taken for traveling through easy access, to improve the lifestyle of the people of the area and development of the nation, overall development of the nation. These are some objective of our project. So for further explanation, I want to handle Mr. Sumit Baude.
Thank you, Gangaram. And now moving to the literature review, we went through the study and review of papers, journals, books, and other materials. And some of the important findings are has been listed below. Okay, we will move through one by one. And first, components of RCC bridge. The major components of the RCC bridge are pile caps, okay, decks, slab, and the detailed components of the bridge are shown here. Okay, this is the road level, and at the end of road level, two side abutment have been provided, and there will be number of pier and piles in between the abutments, and above the pier a bearing is provided to transfer the load from girder to the pier, and above the bearing the girder is placed, and above the girder the slab is provided. The slab between two respective pier is the deck slab, and the slab joining the pier and abutment is the approach slab, and railing post also provided for the safety purpose. Now after selecting the site, the survey is drawn for the collection of the data for design, and it includes the topographical map study, coordinates of benchmarks, and bridge access points. Also, the alternate bridge access is also taken, and the data required for L section is taken, and river bank survey also done. Okay, after this, we move toward the hydrological analysis. Under hydrological analysis, first of all, we have to calculate the catchment area of the the river, and we have to calculate design discharge using the rainfall data provided by the Department of Hydrology and Meteorology, and high flood level can be calculated using the Gombel distribution or DSM or Dickens any one method, which are empirical formula. Then score depth calculation. Score depth is the depth scored by the flowing river, and it can be calculated using Lacy formula. And next one is a vertical clearance. It is the vertical distance provided between the soffit level. Soffit means bottom of the girder. Okay, soffit level and high floor level. This is the vertical clearance. And next parameter in hydrological analysis is linear waterway, which is the width of the river. Okay, after hydrological analysis, we perform the geotechnical investigation. It includes the location of the borehole, And then bearing capacity of soil at a different depth. If the open type of foundation is provided, then we have to calculate the bearing capacity at different depth. And if a pile foundation is provided, then we have to calculate the pile diameter and pile capacity. After this, we have to find out the depth of water, and then after all data calculation, and the geotechnical engineer geotech suggests the types of foundation. Also, the value of D50 and frictional angle is necessary. D50 if for square depth calculation, and frictional angle for the shear strength of the soil. So I want to hand over the Deepak Yadav for further slide.
Thank you, Sumit. So moving forward to the types of bridge on the basis of different type of superstructure, there are RCC T-beam, express T-beam, plate girder, truss bridge, multi-cell box bridge, solid slab bridge, arc bridge, suspension bridge, and all the above not mentioned bridge are considered in special type of bridge. Moving forward, after moving forward, fixing a foundation level and road level. So road level is prefixed, and then foundation levels is the sum of depth of girder, vertical clearance, scour depth, and the grip length. While the depth of girder means the road level to the soffit level, and the vertical clearance means soffit level to high floor level, while the scour depth means the high floor level to scour level, and the grip length is the scour level to foundation level, where the mean scour depth can be calculated from the Lacey's formula, and grip length is generally taken as the 33% of scour depth. Our code book used while designing the superstructures are shown below, where IRC stands for Indian Road Congress, and the Nepal bridge standards are also considered. Next. Moving forward, in the design of superstructure, we design only for the superstructure but not the substructures, where we consider the design of deck slab, cantilever, and interior, design of main girder, and design of cross girder. Further, Ashish Pandey will carry over.
Thank you, Thank you, Deepak. I'll be continuing onwards. Uh, I'll continue from construction of bridges in Nepal. Uh, Road network and bridge development work were started 60 years ago, and Department of Road was formed. And annually, 250 to 300 bridges are constructed by Department of Roads. Major works were completed through the technical and financial assistance of donor countries, as we can see in the boards of different bridges. Department of Local Infrastructure was also formed. The longest motorable bridge of Nepal is Gotiaghat Bridge, and we can see RCC motorable bridge at Muglin. And moving on next slide, here are some causes and history of bridge failure in Nepal. In 2017 to 2021, more than 50 RCC bridges were failed. Only in 2021, more than 21 bridges were recorded failed in national media. Among 21, 11 were failed during construction, and remaining were failed after construction. And the major causes were for failure of these bridges were improper construction methodology, inferior quality of works, faulty design and poor maintenance, poor flooding, which is a natural cause, and poor hydraulic design, a reduction of waterway, roughly estimate of geotechnical investigations, under budgeting, and failure of scaffolding, and similarly, and moving and data collection method. First one is primary data collection, and under which there is a questionnaire, interview, and site visit. And on secondary data collection method, literature reviews are used, journals and books and different internet sources, etc., are used. And now we go to overall process of implementation during bridge construction. First, we obviously need to do the deck study, and as we have done in our survey camp, we should choose a proper site for bridge, and we do a bridge survey. And for the foundations, soil test, borehole excavation, etc. are done, and based on it, different types. We choose the proper types of foundation for that very bridge, and data collection, and similarly data collection and detailed design is done, and supervision and rechecking is obviously necessary, and then construction works will begin. And at last, we see few points. Bridge construction. It plays the important role in the development in transportation, as it is it acts as the connectivity for two places separated by a river, valley, etc. It will help in the overall development of the country. It will solve the problems that were caused in the absence of bridge. Uh, Construction of bridge in context of Nepal, yeah. Now lots of bridges are constructed. As I have said earlier, most of the bridges are constructed in assistance of the other countries. And design of bridge, yeah, it is obviously a complicated process. It is a big project, so it is complicated process. Lots of manpower and skilled manpower, and there are lots of people are engaged in it. So it is a complicated process. It is, and it needs careful planning, analysis, and design. Yeah, and causes of bridge failure and their reduction. Yeah, we have discussed causes of bridge failure earlier, and their reduction is done accordingly. And proper supervision, quality material, and right construction technology should be chosen during the construction, design, and maintenance of the bridge. Now we are at the end of the end of presentation. Thank you, teachers, for listening us.
ओके यो लेभलमा तिमीहरूले यतिको प्रेजेन्टेसन गर्नु राम्रो हो, बट कहिलेकाहीँ के हुन्छ भने लेटेस्ट सपोज मलाई बानेश्वर जान परेको छ, म यहाँबाट बालाजु घुमेर बुटोल पुगेर पाल्पा पुगेर फेरि घुमेर म आएँ भने बानेश्वर इज टु लङ हैन। त्यो कुरा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने दिस इज योर प्रपोजल डिफेन्स। ओके, यो भनेको मैले यो काम गर्दैछु, यति टाइम मैले यो तरिकाले गर्छु र यति टाइम लाग्छ भन्ने कुरा एउटा जहिले पनि सोच्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। नाइस प्रेजेन्टेसन हैन, जस्ट सल्लाह मात्र हो। अनि अर्को कुरा के छ भने तपाईहरुले सुपर स्ट्रक्चर र सब स्ट्रक्चरको कुरा गरिसकेपछि तपाईहरुले मलाई लाग्छ सुपर स्ट्रक्चरको डिजाइन एनालाइसिस गर्ने जस्तो कुरा देखिन्छ। अब त्यो गर्दाखेरि कसरी सब स्ट्रक्चरलाई पनि मैले इन्टर रिलेट गर्छु भन्ने कुरा पनि क्लियर हुनुपर्छ ब्रिज एनालाइसिस गर्दाखेरि। र मेथोडोलोजीमा तपाईले इम्प्लिमेन्टेसनको कुरा त लेख्नुभयो, तर आफूले गर्ने मेथड मैले चाहिँ यो पार्ट सुपर स्ट्रक्चरको डिजाइन एन्ड एनालाइसिस यो मेथडबाट गर्छु भन्ने कुरा देखाउनु पर्ने थियो, तर ओभरअल प्रोसिड्युर देखाउनु भएको छ, त्यो चाहिँ राम्रै छ। ओके, लेट्स डु वेल। र त्यो भन्दा पहिला हाम्रो सिनियर सर राम सरले केही सल्लाह सुझावहरू तपाईहरुलाई दिनुहुन्छ, त्यसलाई पनि लिनु होला। ओके राम सर।
ल हुन्छ सर, तपाईको प्रेजेन्टेसन राम्रो छ, एकदम राम्रो लाग्यो मलाई प्रेजेन्टेसन। तर तपाईले छ नि यो ब्रिज डिजाइन गर्दाखेरि ब्रिज डिजाइन गर्ने बेलामा अब यसपालि मात्र असारसम्ममा 22 वटा पुल चाहिँ फेल भयो भने आइरहेछ हैन। अब त्यो फेल भएको कारण के होला, त्यसमा मध्ये एउटा पार्ट डिजाइन पनि होला सायद। त्यसैले तपाईले डिजाइन गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ अघि सरले भने जस्तै सब स्ट्रक्चर र सुपर स्ट्रक्चर डिजाइन गर्ने बेलामा त्यहाँ डाइनामिक एनालाइसिसहरु होला, जोइन्टहरु होला, सपोर्टहरु होला, त्यो कुरालाई चाहिँ विशेष ध्यान दिएर तपाईले चाहिँ यो चाहिँ के भन्नुहुन्छ राम्रोसँग यो ब्रिज डिजाइन गर्न सक्ने किसिमले चाहिँ गर्नुस् हैन। जस्तै एबुटमेन्टहरुदेखि लिएर त्यो फाउन्डेसन प्लस सुपर स्ट्रक्चर के गर्ने हो त्यो सबै कुराहरु गर्नुस् हैन। तर के हुनुपर्छ भने तपाईले यो त ब्रिज चाहिँ पुरा तपाईले यो गरिसकेपछि यो त ब्रिज डिजाइन गर्न सक्ने किसिमले चाहिँ गर्नुभयो भने चाहिँ राम्रो हुन्छ है। सबैले ध्यान दिएर अब भनौँ न अहिले ब्रिज फेल भएको कारण पनि के हो त्यो कुराहरु पनि तपाईले बुझ्नुस्, तपाईलाई त्यो पनि धेरै काम लाग्न सक्छ डिजाइनको बेलामा हैन। त्यसमा त्यो हेरेर गर्नुहोस्। तर सबै 4जनाले राम्रोसँग 5जनाले राम्रोसँग काम गर्यो भने चाहिँ भ्याउँछ होला। त्यो ब्रिज डिजाइन गर्ने अब एकैचोटि हुँदैन यो, किनभने तपाईँले डाइनामिक एनालाइसिसहरू गरिराख्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। मोटर अब कतिवटा गाडीहरूको कसरी गर्ने के गर्ने त्यो छ, लामो प्रोसेस छ त्यो होइन। त्यो अनुसार गर्नुहोस्। मेरो विचारमा तपाईँले 5जनाले राम्रोसँग गर्नुभयो भने चाहिँ राम्रो हुन्छ होला है। हुन्छ ल, बेस्ट अफ लक।
ओके, थ्याङ्क यू सर। जस यिनीहरू यो ग्रुपले पनि गरेन भने अरू ग्रुपले त अब अलि आशा कमै गरौँला। जस तिमीहरूले राम्रो गर्छौ भन्ने हाम्रो एउटा एजुम्सन हो। ल, ब्रिज प्रोजेक्ट अनि अब एज पर सुपरभाइजर हामीले असाइन गर्छौँ। असाइन गरिसकेपछि सुपरभाइजरको गाइडलाइन अनुसार तपाईँहरूले काम गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। राम्रो गर्नुहुन्छ भन्ने आशा गर्दै ल